With a relentless focus on excellence in healthcare, Pullman Regional Hospital presents the Health Podcast.
Talking about your wishes in the event of sudden illness or injury can be challenging for many families. However, the advanced care planning facilitators at Pullman Regional are skilled in eliciting key information that family members need to hear from one another. And here to talk with us more about advanced care planning and why it's so important is Jessica Rivers, a trained advanced care planning facilitator and care coordinator as part of the Social Services Department at Pullman Regional Hospital. Jessica, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, Bill. I'm really glad to be here today.
Well, we are happy you're here as we talk about advanced care planning. So what is it? What is advanced care planning?
Yeah, so advanced care planning is a process people can go through where they have a chance to discuss and write down their preferences for future healthcare treatments should they have an accident or a sudden illness that leaves them unable to communicate and in a dire medical situation. We have a team here at Pullman Regional. We have trained and experienced ACP facilitators who can lead you, for instance, and your family in an intimate conversation around your values and wishes should something happen to you. We schedule an appointment, have you invite your family, have a conversation, and then help you complete two important documents. Bill, the first is a durable power of attorney for health care. This is where you would name the person you would want to speak on your behalf should you be unable to communicate. And the second is a healthcare directive. And this just names life-sustaining treatments you would or would not want should you be in that serious medical condition.
So that's really good information. So, Jessica, why is this so important?
Bill, I believe advanced care planning is really important and appropriate for anyone over the age of 18, by the way, because any of us could be in a car accident or have a sudden stroke. And the question is, would our families know what we would want to have happen? During the conversation with our trained facilitators, we will ask you about prior experiences you may have had that can help inform your decisions should you be in a situation like that. We'll also ask how you define a good day for yourself, kind of getting at quality of life issues. And then we check in with your family members, hopefully they're present and engaged, to share their concerns, and essentially we want them to buy off on your wishes. So it's your chance to have your voice heard and have your family informed.
Yeah, it's really good to have that discussion, although it's really tough. And I imagine sometimes people may think, hey, I'm not sick, I'm not injured. Do I still need to do this? So do we?
You know, Bill, yes, it is. It can be a really challenging conversation to have. So the ability to do it before you are ever sick or injured is highly recommended. It's just such an easier conversation to have before there's ever a medical crisis looming.
So what about kids? Do they need to participate in advanced care planning as well?
You know, Bill, this is very dependent on the family and on the kid. I had my 13-year-old son participate in advanced care planning with my husband and I. By the way, we do facilitations for couples together all the time. My son was mature enough, and I felt it was important enough for him to know what his dad and I would want if something were to happen to us. So we had him there. But that really is entirely dependent on the kid and on the parents.
And what does an advanced care planning appointment look like? Tell us the process. What happens?
Yeah, sure. So when you call, I'm going to ask a few questions to help make the most of our session together. I'm going to do a pre-screen, to kind of get a sense of who you might want for your healthcare agent. Again, the healthcare agent is the person that's speaking on your behalf. Some of the criteria I'm going to want you to consider is, are they willing? Do they know what you want? Will they honor what you want? And can you advocate, or can they advocate in stressful situations? That's an important reason why we invite them to the conversation if they're available. I then set you up for an appointment that hopefully works for you. We try to get your healthcare agent there and any other family members you might want to have. And sometimes we even do these meetings in the evenings when people are off work, trying to get everybody to the table. The appointment itself should take a little under 2 hours. We have a conversation, complete documents, get them witnessed if we're here at the hospital, make you copies. We'll help you get them on file in key locations like the hospital. or your primary care provider, and then you're good to go.
So under 2 hours, I would say that's time well spent. So how can someone get in touch with the advanced care planning team at Pullman Regional Hospital?
Yeah, so it's best to call my office. That number is 509-336-7559. Leave a message, and I'll get back to you typically within 1 week, unless I'm on vacation, then it might be 2. The other thing I want to be sure people know is that this is a free service, which we think is super cool. It's not going to cost you a thing, and I do think it is time well spent.
It certainly is, and it's free, and it just gives you peace of mind when you go through this. So give Jessica and her team a call, 509-336-7559. Jessica, thank you so much for your time. And for more information, you can always visit the Pullman Regional website at pullmanregional.org. That's pullmanregional.org. And be sure to subscribe to the Health Podcast and Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And check back for our next episode soon. This is the Health Podcast from Pullman Regional. I'm Bill Klaproth. Thanks for listening.